Hey everybody, so as you can tell by the title of this video, I want to talk about my recent experience at a Brockhampton concert. I went to the one, it was this past week, January 24th. It was their second show in Atlanta. It was absolutely incredible, but before I get into it, I just wanted to mention I've gotten a few subscribers over the past few days, and I just wanted to say a big thank you. I do want to put out a lot of vinyl content, but this is obviously not a vinyl related video, so if you want to click away, that's fine, but I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed. But yeah, I first want to talk about not really meeting them, but encountering some of them at Wholefoods. So I went with my friend Kelsey and Aaron, or my friends Kelsey and Aaron, but Aaron was going to meet us later, so Kelsey and I were waiting in line at the beginning of the show, or before the show, and Kelsey had to go to the bathroom, so she was like, oh, there's a Whole Foods like a block away, I'll just walk there. So she walks there, and then she like starts frantically texting me, and then she called me, and she's like, oh my god, like they're here at Whole Foods, and I couldn't believe it. But she didn't really approach them. She didn't really want to bother them while they were eating, which I totally respect. And I'm not encouraging anybody to like bother them while they're eating, and I'm not like telling anybody to go to Whole Foods and seek them out and stalk them. Because then they probably will never do that. They'll just get somebody to bring Whole Foods to their wherever they're hanging out. But anyway. So I didn't go, like I actually had to use the restroom too, but it was just convenient that they were like chilling there. But it was funny because I'm not really good with directions, and Kelsey was telling me like, oh, you need to go to the side because that's where the restrooms are, but if you go like through the front, like you have to find the restrooms. I was like, it just went right over my head, and plus I was like in such shock that they were even like around hanging out. So then I go to Whole Foods, and as I'm walking to the restroom, I make eye contact with the mirror for like a split second, but I like quickly diverted my eyes because I did not want him thinking that I was like there stalking him, like trying to, I don't know, find him. I didn't want any of them to think that I was like waiting for them, or I didn't want to weird any of them out. So I went to the restroom and I came back out, and there wasn't like a herd of people, but there was a good group of people just like chilling, watching them from a distance, seeing what they would do or say, and it was so awkward because they got up to leave, and like all of them stood up at once, and it was like, I can't remember everybody who was there, but some of like the well-known people were there eating. Like Amir was there, and so was Joba. I really don't know if any other like main people were there, honestly, because it was kind of hard to see. But so there's a group of people, and then like all the members and stuff started walking out, and then the group of people started walking out too, so it genuinely looks like this like group of like 10 people was following like these 8 members from Brockhampton, and I was like, oh my god, I really want to disassociate from this group, and I eventually did, but it just looked like I was an idiot because I kept going around in circles, like, because I wanted to say something to them, but I didn't want to like bother them, and I just kept debating and having this internal debate back in my head. I eventually, like, I acted like I was walking to my car, which was right behind the venue, and I was just like, hey guys, and then they just like awkwardly were like, I remember Amir specifically and Joba just being like, I mean, I'm sure they're used to it, but I was so nervous. But the show itself was absolutely phenomenal. Aside from I got shuffled around a lot, I was up front at first, and then like I got pretty overwhelmed, so I got to the back, and then I got shuffled around, and then I eventually made my way back up front again, which was crazy. I was searching for my friends too, but that's not really an interesting part of the story. But the show was it was so intense. Star, like, this is kind of a spoiler, so you might want to skip past this if you're not interested in knowing the set list, but Star is their encore song, and like I'm a fan of Star, I've obviously, because it's one of their most well-known songs, but like probably not like my top Brockhampton song, but after seeing it live and hearing it like 4 times, oh my god, now it just has such like sentimental value to me. That, and like, if you are the type of person that cannot take like being pushed around and shoved and stuff, being up front at a Brockhampton show is not for you. I'm just telling you right here, right now. But it was kind of hard for me to see everybody. Like, I would just kind of see their floating heads on occasion, because I was up front at the beginning until I got like moved to the back. I could kind of see better. Like, they had a couch, and apparently Ramil was like just chilling on the couch, but I could not see him. But something that was awesome, I got moved to the back, and I was feeling kind of depressed because I wasn't up front anymore, and I was looking for my friends, and I was alone. But a water bottle was thrown off stage, and I caught it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this water bottle. I wrote on the top, I wrote the date, and I put love your parents. So I wouldn't like accidentally throw this away. I genuinely don't know whose this was. It could have been Kevin's, it could have been Amir's, it could have been anybody's, but I just remember it being thrown to the, like the left side, and the venue was so weird because it had like, on the left and right side, there was like, I guess it was like a fire exit, but you could not block it. That's why I was kind of confused, because I wanted to get back in the crowd, but I didn't know if I was even allowed to, because I like seriously got out of the front part, and then I was in the back, and I didn't really see people like walking back in, but eventually I just like, I went under the little, like, bar thing that kept people inside, and I found my friend. It was actually funny, because I kept saying like, excuse me to people. I was like, excuse me, because I was trying to wiggle my way up front, and then I said excuse me to one person, and it was, Kelsey, and I was like, oh my god. And obviously, like, I just stayed with her. But I wanted to show you guys, I got 2 shirts at the show. The one I'm wearing right now, obviously, it says boys want to play on my cell phone. Ah, so cute. It doesn't have anything on the back, but I just, Kevin posted a picture of him wearing this shirt on Twitter, and that's kind of the reason I got it. It's super big on me, but I kind of like oversized t-shirts. Speaking of t-shirts, this is the tour one that I got. It's the orange long sleeve, which I really love, and it's got all the dates on the back. Oh, let me show you is this the right? Yeah, this is the right sleeve. It's got, a little small Brockhampton logo. I love it. It's got all the tour dates and everything. And as you can see, I got it signed by a few members. Let me see. So the first person I met, outside, oh my gosh. Let me take a few steps back. I have never like been to a concert where people came out like so quickly. Not that they were just like, bam, but like, I'm used to waiting around like 1 or 2 hours for artists to come out, and even then it's usually like maybe one person. I didn't get to meet every single person from Brockhampton, I'm not trying to say that, but I at least got to see with my own eyeballs up front a good portion of the members. I met as in like took pictures with and got my t-shirt signed by 3. So the first of them being Dom, he signed it. And he was so sweet, and I got my picture taken with him. He was so, oh my gosh, I will never forget it. But he left quickly because he was trying to smoke. And then I met Ramil, and he signed it right there. Unfortunately, I did not have a black Sharpie on me, so I had to borrow this nice girl next to me. She had a silver Sharpie, and she was getting her book signed. Or her magazine signed, and so she let me borrow her silver Sharpie. And then I met Joba. Can you guys see that? The lighting isn't really picking it up well. Let me move it closer. Yeah. I didn't have anything for Joba to bear down on. I think I was getting so starstruck because I had seen a lot of people. Merlin came out very, very briefly. Like, he came out and then he left. And same for Matt. Matt was outside for maybe a few minutes. Who are some other people that came out? Amir came out, but he didn't come out to meet people. He had a pair of Nike shoes, signed by him. He stepped out, like, it was like a ledge, for like, I guess like backstage. He stepped out and then like people applauded him and were screaming or whatever. Then he fucking chucked the shoes out and then like people grabbed him, obviously. But then he just went back inside and we were just like, okay, bye. Let me think. Bareface came out, briefly. And John and Kiko. And I think that's, it for all the people who came out. It was funny because a lot of people were trying to get their stuff signed, or were just trying to meet them, but there was this like shady guy, and you can just tell like when people get stuff signed, like that's not official Brockhampton merchandise or not anything really associated with them. It was just kind of like pictures of some of the members. I remember like him having a picture of Kevin and a picture of Amir. And it just looked like something that he would put in a frame and sell. And Kevin actually tweeted about it before the concert, talking about how this guy is walking around trying to get stuff signed. He's a poor old man, or a poor man. He needed $1 or something like that. But it was just funny because I saw that poor man after the show, and it was so weird because I remember taking a picture with Ramil, and as I was getting my picture taken with him, this guy took a picture of me taking a picture with him, and I was like he was in the background, and I was just like, this is so weird. But yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else that happened at the show. Somebody threw up. I do remember that. That happened. Luckily, it wasn't in the middle of the pit. But like I said earlier, there were those two like side things that kept people from blocking the exit. But I guess somebody like leaned over the bar and just was like, so I just kind of like acted like I didn't see, hear, or smell it to try and not be grossed out by it. But honestly, seeing Brockhampton live was a game changer. I've been a Brockhampton fan for maybe a year now, ever since the first Saturation was released. And I've always loved their songs, and I've always been curious as to how they would translate at a live performance. All I have to say is, wow. I mean, I can't wait until they release future stuff and they come around again. And it was also strange too because they tweeted about, I think Kevin and Ramil tweeted about how last year at the same venue Kevin was opening for The Neighborhood. So then a year later, it like nobody even opened for them. They came on at like 8:30 and then played until like 10 something. But it was so, I don't know, it was just amazing. And I just am, as you guys know, I'm a huge Brockhampton fan. And I probably always will be. I absolutely adore everything that they are, everything that they stand for. All the members are just so thought-provoking, intelligent, and amazing. And I just want everybody to know how much I love Brockhampton, and I want everybody to love them as much as I do. So yeah, thanks if you watched this. I know this is kind of a different video for me. It's not really a vinyl video, but if you guys want to hear about any future concert experiences, let me know. I do tend to go to a lot of concerts, although I'm trying to cut back. I'm trying to save my money because I really want to go to Japan. However, let me know what you guys thought, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.